Time is gone. Come on. Come on. Ah! 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 God dog it! You know what time it is! You know what time it is! Hey, listen up. It's time for another Muy Fuego hot steak episode. Do you know what I'm talking about? Muy Fuego, dude. This one's going to be hot. This one's going to come right at you, dude. Right at your dome. Listen up. Keep your ears open. You might hear something good. It's a new SEC, dude. And, dude, all right, so we'll just hop right on in. How about that? We're talking about LSU. I want to talk about LSU for a second because I was thinking today while we were watching. Yeah. Brian Kelly brings, like, a new, like, atmosphere. Or like it just feels like LSU feels like a new team this year. Like, I don't really know what it is yet. I can't put my finger on it yet. Yeah. But Brian Kelly has the LSU Tigers not feeling like your traditional LSU Tigers.
Yeah, you think really good DBs, really good edge rushers, and that's what you get with LSU, right? Like stout defense, stout pass rush, the whole nine.
Yep.
And now it's just like, we're going to run and gun like the whole time.
Yeah, and there's almost another part, too, where it's like, all right, in SEC football, if you grow up here in the South and you're talking SEC football, people will say things like, LSU traditionally doesn't play well at Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Now there's been however many LSU
the
coaches.
Corn dogs.
Yeah, right.
The corn dogs.
There's like or things like LSU doesn't play very good before 12.
Yeah.
It's like things like that. Those are like people will like they bet on
for
that
a long time.
Like I'm gonna hit LSU on the parlay this weekend because they're at home. They're playing at 8:00.
Yep.
That's perfect for them. It's like that's a lot of, like there's almost there's a culture and there's tradition almost in the way you play, and it just feels like Brian comes in and is like, I'm starting something new here. I'm trying to do something different here, and I hope LSU kind of full commits into it because LSU has been Alabama 2 in the West for however many years now. Ever since Saban left LSU, it's felt like LSU has been the second dog in the SEC West until they have their one-off year with Orgeron and stuff like that. It feels like Brian could be the guy that puts them in their own element. The LSU is now the top guy in the West. They're the premier job in the SEC. It's not just Alabama. It's not just Georgia. I don't know.
Yeah, they've been like Bama Junior for a long time, and then they hire Brian Kelly, which I'm not a Brian Kelly guy.
No,
I think he's corny.
I think he's a fraud.
Weird.
I think he's a fraud.
Dude.
I think he's kind of a fraud.
How does this guy even recruit?
Yeah, being this cringy.
Dude, how does he do it?
Oh,
and
dude,
the short answer is Louisiana oil money. That's the short answer.
Right. The NIL deals are insane in Louisiana.
Dude, it's crazy. And so you kind of wonder how he wins, and then you see all the money in Louisiana.
Right, because they're not sharing the state with anybody.
No. You got UL Monroe and La Tech to compete with, and that's why LSU's premier job.
Exactly. There's no Ole Miss, Mississippi State, like if you're in Mississippi. There's no Alabama and Auburn. There's no Florida, Miami, Florida State. Like there's just one major college. Everyone's a fan of it, unless you went to one of the other two.
Yeah.
And you still probably like the LSU Tigers.
Exactly.
Like it's I don't know.
It's the easiest job in America, along with Ohio State, because who are you going to compete with? Ohio Bobcats and Penn State.
Miami, Ohio.
Are you gonna, are you gonna compete with Penn,
right?
Like the Ivy League school? No shot. So no in-state, and LSU gets the competition. Mm-hmm. They get all their recruits elevated because Louisiana's super solid as far as football talent goes.
Right.
Now Pennsylvania and Ohio really can't say the same. A lot of talent comes out of LSU.
Absolutely.
So they have a lock on it. Like they get all the top recruits every single year. Like
regardless of who's coaching.
Yeah, regardless of who's coaching, it doesn't matter. Like they want to play for the Tigers.
Yep.
But like Mississippi State and Ole Miss, like they're constantly duking it out.
And then having to also go to Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, Texas. Talent. It's a whole different competition. What you got, Jamie?
You have Southern Miss.
Also you have Southern Miss.
They have years where they're really talented as well.
Yep.
You got Delta State. You got the Okra, obviously.
Okra.
Obviously. Who is number 7 in D2 football right now.
Bam.
Patrick Shegog. We've been telling y'all about him. Is he taking the Conley home this year? Probably.
I think so.
Probably. You've been up to something pretty cool this week. Heard you've been playing some Oregon Trail this week.
I have, yeah.
What a fantastic game. Have you made it to Oregon?
In my job, There are highs and there are lows, and we hit a
Right.
low this week.
Yeah.
And so
You're like, I gotta get
said,
some
you know
time in.
what? I'm going
I'm-
to play Oregon Trail. I also logged on to Pop Tropica this week.
Dude,
as
I
well.
logged into that recently
But,
too. That's
you
weird
know,
that I did as well.
Not going to lie.
Still a good game. Still going.
It's not bad.
No.
Now it's not as good as what I thought it was as a kid, but it
Right.
was still good.
But Oregon Trail?
Dude, Oregon Trail.
Oregon Trail?
Yeah, I only had one family member make it out, and it was a dog. So,
Oh.
like an actual dog. Not
Everybody
like,
just
not
died
like
of,
my
like-
dogs, but like an actual
dog.
animal. Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
So what? Everybody died of like dysentery and broken foot.
Yeah,
foots and-
dysentery and cholera,
drowning.
and they drowned. I tried to float my little wagon across the river, dude. It did not work
Dude.
out. Like it was floating. I was like, okay, bet we got it. Meh. Gone.
I used to annoy my teachers so bad that they'd eventually just be like, "I'll stop talking if you'll let me go play Oregon Trail." They're like, "Okay."
Please let me go.
I'm going to go Oregon Trail
I
for
wanna
4
make it
hours.
Oregon.
I'm like 10 years old, just being like, well, I just buried my 7-year-old son and 12-year-old daughter. Today was a sad day. I also just ran out of food
But
and
I did.
bullets.
I did it though.
Yeah.
I made it to Oregon.
But I made it to Oregon.
It is kind of sobering
Uh-huh.
though to see that like people actually did that.
Yeah, and I could barely
Lost
do it on the game.
everything.
I could barely do it on the computer.
And dude, have you ever been to Oregon? I hadn't either, but it can't be that good. It can't be that
To
good.
risk it all, dude, like
to
that?
risk it all.
To
dude.
get risk
you lose
it
your whole
all,
family.
dude?
You're like, dude, is this
Oh,
it?
that's nuts.
Like, this is
No.
Oregon? Are you kidding me?
Well, speaking of Oregon, let's talk about that Colorado. I know it's a week when this comes out. This will be 2 weeks off, but I want to talk about the Deion Colorado loss recently. That felt
Okay.
really bad for them. I felt. I don't
Yeah.
know. I was talking to you earlier about this. I
Yeah.
feel like that this record scratch that just happened to Colorado, right,
Yeah.
was just like unnecessary. Like there wasn't even a need for a record scratch. It felt like there was just all this media attention and just like pumping up and pumping them up just to lose a game that they were supposed to lose, and it still feel like a
Yeah.
like a jolt. Like, but they didn't lose a game they weren't supposed to. That was not a shocking loss.
Yeah, they were a 24-point underdog.
Right.
And then when they got waxed, as they should have, then everybody was
Right.
like, oh, dude, is Colorado a fraud? I'm like,
No, they're exactly what.
Like,
Le-
they're recruiting
Jamie,
5 and 4
Levi,
stars.
Could you get Oregon? Let's get Colorado's schedule up real quick. I would like to. I would like to look at this.
Yes, we need to look at that.
I only want to look at their schedule, saying that when this whole hype train was going on,
Yeah.
right? You're blatantly ignoring the fact that they have number 9 Oregon, then go to USC, then they have to go to Arizona State,
Mm-hmm.
right? Stanford's pretty easy. Then they go to UCLA.
Not
then they
good.
also play Oregon State this year. And then what's their last few games, real quick?
Arizona after Oregon State, they're a pretty tough
Yeah,
opponent.
they're a new
Pretty tough
team.
I think Arizona State's gonna give them some fizz too, dude. Like they kind of hung with USC a little bit last week.
I just think that the hype is a little unnecessary, and I think Deion's getting a lot of pressure from media hype, and it's unfair for the come down that they've gotten and they've received for these losses, because these losses
Yeah.
are not necessarily like, they're not shocking losses.
Yeah, they're just like, we're playing a top 10 team, and,
Right.
and then like everyone in the country's like, you know, college game days going, celebrities are on the sidelines and
Yes.
stuff, and you're like, oh, they're gonna win. They got a lot of juice, and that's not necessarily.
But it's
true.
a team with a coach in his first year. I don't care about
Yeah.
transfer portals or NIL deals. You're
Doesn't
still
matter.
a first year guy getting your program in place, and then like Vegas doesn't say you lose 3 or win 3 games for no reason.
Exactly.
And people are like,
Exactly.
well, Vegas probably said that and like they haven't taken consideration for these new guys. It's like, yes, they have.
Yes, they have.
Yes, they have.
They have.
They've taken every consideration that you're thinking about.
Yep.
The bookies have to. I promise.
Exactly.
Because those guys take in more consideration than ESPN or Fox or anything like that. If Vegas says you're gonna win 3 games, you better be weary of
It's
it.
their livelihood.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
like,
like- yeah, right.
This is how they stay in business.
Right.
Keep the lights on.
Right.
They're gonna throw a tempting line out there like 3.5.
Yes.
Again, the half kind of gets you every time.
Right. Well,
it's gonna be hard for them to. I think they beat Stanford. Stanford's
Yes.
awful.
Dude.
Like horrible.
bro.
They probably get Arizona State, but dude, honestly, UCLA is really good.
And go at
Colorado's really
UCLA.
good. Arizona took Mississippi State in overtime.
Right.
Washington State is a super good team. Cam Ward is like a phenomenal quarterback.
And surely by the last game of the year, Utah is in
and they
has
get
all their guys
they'll
there.
get camera eyes.
Hey,
back,
surely, which
and they got
no
a
one knows
stout
what the hell's going on
defense.
there.
So it's gonna be hard for them to get it. It's not gonna be like sweat for
Their last game of the year is against the only defense in the whole conference. Like,
Yep.
USC and Colorado just was like, fuck it. Just put, who cares about defense? It is fun to watch.
Air it out.
I have to say.
Let's ride.
Look, as a kid, I was a big fan of Pac-12 after dark. I always liked watching them. The games were shootouts,
so
man.
exciting.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of feeling for Deion in Colorado. It just kind of sucks that like for most teams in the nation, you lose games like that you're supposed to lose.
Yeah.
And like no one's really says much about it.
Right.
Like you lose to USC. You lost to USC with the favorite for Heisman, or I think so. We'll get into that later when we talk about our THC top dog this week.
But like you watch, for example, Vandy, like Vanderbilt, get beat by Alabama. Dude, no Vanderbilt fan is talking about it. Like,
right.
The national media's not talking about it. You're like, oh, well, it'd have been nice to hang with them, but at the end of the day, we expected to lose.
Yep.
That's the exact equivalent of Colorado playing USC today.
Right, or Oregon.
Oregon last week. It's like, they should have been expected to lose because they were a freaking 20 point underdog. And then people are so like, oh, dude, Colorado's a fraud.
Yeah, fraud. And it's like, no, dude.
And like, no. Like, they're still trying to jail.
Yeah. And look, dude, the Deion effect is awesome.
Dude.
Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
We were watching today, and I mentioned to you, I was like, dude, they were still down pretty bad in the third quarter.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of stadiums. I know a lot of stadiums in the SEC
that
would scram with that score in the third quarter, and it was packed to the brim the whole game.
Yeah.
And that's not to watch. That's not because these are diehard Colorado Buffalo fans.
No.
Right? That's not what this is. He's bringing a culture to a place, and I guess I don't know. It's pretty cool that's the deal that these teams are also getting. They're not just getting a guy that's obviously a very committed head coach who's going to build you a program, but you're also getting a guy like you can kind of revamp your whole culture. Yeah. Like, right? You were like, Colorado's like this boring, it's just not a place where you're going to play football.
Yeah.
So now it's a place that, people are packing out a really cool old stadium. I like that stadium. I like how intimate it is.
Yeah.
Like the fans are like on top
They're
of the
right
teams.
there.
It's
like an arena
sick. It's
football
so
game
sick.
almost.
It is awesome. So, shout out Deion, shout out to Colorado. I hope they keep winning. I really do. And I hope primetime figures it out. But I hope that the media, these two losses kind of get people off them a little bit. Back them off just a tad.
For sure.
I want to watch these. We got a couple top plays. We got a couple THC top plays. Let's check out this first play. We got Josh Allen with that's Josh Allen, right? Yes. Yeah, it's Josh Allen. He's going to roll out. He's getting some pressure from this Washington defense, coached by Ron Rivera. Dude, one of the classics, one of the good ones. But dude, just a dime bangs him right into it. It's not. He's on the run, dude. He's throwing all across his body. Two guys are on him, and this is not an accident.
Two DBs right there too.
Two DBs.
One technically,
right?
But dude, like,
there's a lot of red jerseys around it.
Oh.
My top plays this week are two quarterback plays. So I have another one right after this, but I want to talk about them because one, I think NFL quarterbacks are getting too good. Like, I'm thinking about just like a defense, or a team drafting defenders right now. Yeah. It's like, how do I cancel out guys like Josh Allen? How do I counter guys like this next guy we're going to watch with Patrick Mahomes play? Like, what do I do about those guys? Because I don't know, dude. You can't. You just watch that play with Josh Allen, right? And he like negates the two defenders rushing him. He negates those guys with his feet, and then he negates three defenders in the backfield, right, or down the field with just a dime pass that you can jump up, you can be on best coverage. That was good coverage on that play.
Yeah,
and there's no issue.
Yeah,
there's no issue.
You can't do anything about it.
I want to watch this next play with Patty Mahomes. Same kind of situation. Rolls out. He's going to feel some pressure.
Yep. Quick whip.
And
dude, no feet are planted.
Just whipped it. No feet are planted. Sidearm.
Like,
that's not a full throw.
What?
And this isn't even just like a soft lob. That's a dime.
Yeah, dot.
What can you draft that's going to negate that? What are you going to develop that's going to negate that? Because
so it's interesting you say that because like me and a buddy of mine were talking about like the development of offensive and defensive line. Like, why has it not kept up to the level that quarterbacks are currently progressing to, right? Like, hate to sound biased or whatever, but like Ole Miss, Mississippi State's offensive line is awful, horrible,
abysmal.
And they're all filled with seniors.
Right.
You know, and they're just not playing good. I'm not saying none of them have talent, or
right?
anything
Because
like that.
you don't go to SEC to be an offensive lineman without knowing how to pass block and rush block.
Exactly.
You're elite in these skills already.
Exactly. And so we're like, how does this happen? You know, and so you go to the NFL, and there's still like professional football players that are really bad at blocking.
Right.
They're still professional football players, like best top of the game, top of college, you know, whatever. They're not good at blocking. How do we get to this point? And, you know, but you see a lot of NFL GMs now that are more like drafting freaks, like freaks in nature. They're like so good. Maybe not statistically speaking, but they're just like running 4.4s and like 6'7", you know, 275 pounds. Like you'd never seen anything like that in your life, but they get like 1.5 sacks last year.
Yeah.
But they'll take a flyer on them in the first round rather than a guy that's got like 15 sacks, but, you know, he doesn't have like the physical athletic ability in the combine.
When we talk about our THT underdog day, which by the way, that's a new segment that's going to come up here at the end of the show. THT top dog and then underdog, and our underdog is going to be right what you're saying right here. That's going to line up perfectly. But yeah, I just was watching these plays, and there's a couple more this week. Deshaun Watson getting away from that sack this week was insane. These guys are moving around. They're not just like, it's not the throw, it's not just the arm. It's like the athletic ability is getting insane. Like, I don't know, man. I want to shout out. I want to, with my top plays, I feel like top plays always go to the receiver. Like, because like quarterbacks rarely get the top play for just throwing dimes.
Yeah.
Like, whereas that's like, dude, you know how freaking hard it is to hit a guy in stride in the one spot. You have one place you can hit this pass, and you hit it like that. Like, dude, I don't know why that's not in the top 10 every week, but it's not going to be.
Yeah, it's never going to be.
Dude, one hand catch look way cooler.
Yeah.
Not going to lie. Not going to lie.
Not the quarterback threw it, but just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, it's kind of crazy. We're seeing like dude, Patrick Mahomes threw sidearm 2 years ago, and like everybody was like, what the hell was that? And now, dude, Caleb Williams hitting in college. Like, this is something you're seeing a lot now. Like, there's like some unorthodox stuff going on with QBs, and it's just fun to watch right now.
Yeah.
It pumps me up. Let's get into THT underdog, bro.
Yeah.
Tyree Wilson, tough season so far for the dog. You're talking about drafting based on, you know, projections and uptake and what's this guy going to be in a couple years, but like, you need guys to stop quarterbacks now. You need guys to stop running backs now. You need guys that can compete against offensive lines. Right, Tyree Wilson right now is so one-dimensional, and this is written up in his, like, this isn't shocking stuff, like, because it was written in his draft reports. He's very one-dimensional. Right. He has one move that he hits, and that's going to be a problem when he gets to an elite offensive lineman who have seen all the tricks. And dude, because I've been watching some of his film, dude, it's abysmal. Like, it's not even bad. Like he's like kind of struggling. Like, he's
getting locked,
right? Yeah, and there's no dent. He's making no dent for the defense. And this is your number one pick.
Yeah,
this number what was he drafted at? Number 7?
Number 7 overall. It's not good.
And like, I do like Tyree Wilson. I think he is talented, obviously,
super talented.
But should teams start considering? Is this a good move in the first round? I don't see how this big of a risk
is worth it
in the first round. Like, because right now, obviously, the way valuing players works in the NFL, the risk factor is ignored. Yeah, completely. It's like it's just like, well, what's the uptake? What's he looking like he could be?
And how can it be ignored? But I feel like
you're looking at, like, especially when it's playing and you have where we at right now. We're going into week 4, right? Yeah. He has 3 tackles on the season.
7th overall pick.
7th overall pick has 3 tackles in the NFL right now.
You know, I feel like it's like Tom Brady got found in the 7th round, for example, or 6th round, whatever it was. I can't remember. It was super late though. And then GMs get real itchy. They're like, well, I can strike gold based off of, you know, the 40 time and buy 3 cone drills and, you know, whatever it is. Right. Like, I need to strike gold, but I need to strike it quick. Especially for GMs that like need to, you know, get something going.
Right, where it's Las Vegas is
and so they
take
situation. Guys, and again, I doubt Tyree Wilson is listening, but if you are, I'm not hating or anything. I'm just saying you got 3 tackles in 4 games.
Yes.
Bro. It just is what
it
is.
You're 7th round pick. You're 7th pick.
It is what it is. But, you know, I really hope we're shouting you out at the end of the season. But, you know, you can't have that level of production from a 7th overall pick.
No.
And it's not necessarily Tyree Wilson's fault. It's more like the GM's fault. Dude, he wasn't supposed to go the 7th overall pick.
Right.
Like, dude.
Because if this risk is really being assessed and then added to this draft report,
he's not going 7.
He's not going number 7.
He's not going 7. No.
Because if he goes number 7, you're telling me right then that you've ignored You've ignored the risk completely.
Yeah.
You've only taken into consideration the uptake. When on draft reports, anybody can go read them. Anybody can go look at them. On the draft reports, it says one-dimensional.
Yeah. Exactly.
It says it. People, this was a known
project.
Thing. And I can't help but feel bad for the guy.
Right.
Because it's like, well, now he's put in this ultra pressure situation.
Yeah.
Like it's the heaviest pressure cooker that you've ever seen on a guy. And like it's undeserved.
Right.
Because like he has these faults in his game that are known that if he was drafted later, he got to play as a backup and gets to develop, well then maybe he does get to be that uptake and then he's having a great career. But I mean, there's countless guys in the NFL whose careers have been blown away that have never made it to anything because of uptake and potential.
Yeah.
And it's completely like, well, we drafted him second round, so he's got to play quarterback this year.
Yeah. Dude.
For our first segment of the THT top dog and underdog, dude, we got 2 top dogs. Zach Wilson's one of them. Ooh. This is a hot dude. I'm coming in hot, son. Zach Wilson right now,
dang,
I believe is a THT top dog because of the way that he is handling adversity that none of us will ever feel.
I'd never do it.
Presidents have gone through office and not been under this amount of like scrutiny ever.
It couldn't be me, dude. It could not be me.
It's insane. Like, dude, if you go watch, like, dude, imagine being a quarterback that's just like, not even like, all right, he's not. I mean, what's his stats right now? What are we looking at?
Dude, it's bad.
Okay, it's bad. I was about to say not terrible, but he is terrible.
Yeah,
right now he's terrible.
Bad.
But he's obviously talented. But I feel like there's a lot of terrible quarterbacks that play every week, and they don't have 15, 20 plus reporters sitting at their locker after the game.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? And watching Zach Wilson like answer these questions. Like, would know, like, he just doesn't let it affect him.
Yeah, I just got to keep getting better. You know, trust my feet, trust my coaches, trust the guys around me, rely on this defense that we have, and progressively just rely on everything I feel like I've done throughout training camp and preseason as well, and just do my best to keep improving as a player.
I have to give him a top dog spot because I'm telling you right now, I would be a little baby. I'd be the biggest little baby right now. I'd be like,
request trade button.
I mean, I wasn't supposed to be playing right now.
Yeah.
Like, I'd been ugly about it.
I thought A-Rod was playing, man.
I was going to learn how to play quarterback this year.
This man's middle name, though, is Capono.
Zach's?
Yeah.
Zachary Capono Wilson?
Yeah.
Why is that not known?
I don't know, dude.
What the hell is that?
Thanks, Jamie.
Appreciate that, Jamie.
It's Capono.
Whoa. It's probably his faith that's keeping him through all this.
Yeah.
Shout out BYU. Yeah. Shout out Zach Wilson. Shout out Capono. Shout out Zachary Capono Wilson, dude.
Yeah.
Bro, we're rooting for you. We really are rooting for you.
Yeah.
We are really. I am.
ZK Dub, bro.
Hey, dude, if you're on Twitter, though, for real, waiting for Zach Wilson to throw interceptions so you can tweet, it's like, this guy's terrible. It's like, dude, get a life.
Yeah, get a life.
What
Please.
And, like, dude, because these people will tweet stuff about Zach Wilson throwing interception. Like, it's shocking breaking news. They're like, can't believe it, dude. Another interception by Zach Wilson. It's like, I can't believe a guy who wasn't supposed to play quarterback this season just threw an interception. That's insane.
Yeah.
You know, playing the best defenders in the world. Go out there and you do it.
Gosh, dude.
I want to get into my real top dog, though.
Who you got?
It's my Heisman favorite now.
Oh. Who you got?
USC's quarterback.
Dang,
my
dude.
dog.
It's not going to be Michael Penis?
My dog, not Michael Penis. Michael Penis is not taking the Heisman. My Heisman favorite right now, after this game against Colorado, prime time,
animal.
He showed out.
He really is.
Caleb Williams right now is the Heisman favorite to me, and he is our THT top dog right now.
And I'm just now finding out he's only 6'1", which is crazy.
Thanks, Jamie. Hitting us with the James just hitting us with the facts.
Thanks, Jamie.
Yeah, but
he's only 6'1".
Right.
That's crazy.
But dude, he carries himself like 7'2", dude.
Yeah.
He's like he's so confident right now.
He's got
Caleb Williams going to make history this year because and this is just based on if he continues what he did today against Colorado. Let's see. Right now, as of right now, his completion rating is better than last year, his Heisman year. So 2022's Heisman year. He's right now has a better completion rating. He has a better overall quarterback rating by a lot. Like, it ain't even close right now. What's his quarterback rating at right now? Let's go scroll down just. No. Go down. I'm talking. Rating per game. It's at.
Oh yeah, dude. He's
what's
got way higher.
223.1. Which his Heisman year is at 168.
He's probably gonna win it.
I just what I'm saying. I'm like,
he's
is it even an argument?
Gonna win it,
dude? In the third quarter, when he had 6 touchdowns on board, he had 6 incomplete passes.
Yeah.
Then he threw the worst pass. I'm gonna put that here
to go win a national championship. Here's Williams under pressure. Buys time, gets a block down the field. Intercepted at the 40. Cameron Silman Craig. The first interception of the season for Caleb Williams.
The guy who, like I said, is not missed all day, like missed the most wide open receiver he threw to. Like that was a touchdown.
It was like
20 yards under.
high, like,
yeah.
Dude's bad.
So, but
It's fine.
I hate to
Everybody makes
overshadow.
mistakes.
I hate to overshadow because we were talking in the game. Like, dude, he just commands the sidelines right now.
Yeah.
Like, he looks super confident. He obviously has the team is just like whatever he's
authority.
saying, he's doing it.
Yeah.
They're doing it. It's cool to see. I think him and Lincoln Riley. Well, I've always heard that Lincoln Riley guys really like playing for him.
Yeah.
But it looks like right now that Caleb Williams, Lincoln Riley duo is doing very well, and I would not be shocked. I would not be surprised if we see them in that last game of the year this year.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
And look, dude, I love when USC's doing good. Honestly, even as an SEC fan,
Good for the game.
It's good for the game. There's teams that you need to be doing good in college football for it to be just for the health of the game. Yeah. Like it's good when USC is good at football. It's good when Oregon's good at football. It's good when Texas is good, Notre Dame. Because when it feels like it's not just in the SEC, because when we were in that Alabama, Georgia back-to-back years, dude, I can't imagine being. It sucked to be an SEC fan. Like it sucked to be a fan of like a team in the SEC because it's like, well, what's the point? These guys are going to murder everybody. Yeah. It's just good for the game to have more than one conference competing at a high level, and with more than one team in each of these conferences.
Yeah.
It's just really good for football. ACC is very entertaining right now.
Yes, it is. A lot of
Very
good quarterbacks, and
good
not a lot of them
quarterbacks.
are in the SEC, which is crazy.
Yeah, look at this draft class. There's
weird.
a lot of NFL
Weird.
teams right now that I imagine are waiting for next year.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of young dudes. Caleb Wilson.
Bunch of young bucks.
Caleb Williams is ready to play in the NFL now.
Yeah, it's junior.
I'm not, dude. There's probably,
He's a junior.
Yes, junior in college, and there's 8 teams in
Yeah.
NFL right now that I think he gets the starting job in,
Yeah.
and does well. And does well, by the way.
Yeah.
I think he legitimately. I think he's got the juice for it. I hope he does, but it also kind of feels like Caleb also feels like one of those guys that either is just a stud
or he's a
sucks
bust.
ass, dude. Yeah, there's something on the wall written there. It's like
I don't know.
the 6'1" thing, kind of.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
I hate to be like, dude, short people suck, but it's not even
Most of the time they
honestly,
do, though.
It is,
Most
but
of the
short
time they do,
quarterbacks
though.
like it's not. It's usually not a good sign. But all props to Caleb Williams. Go ahead and lock that in, by the way, for a bet. If you want to
He's
do
a
a
dog.
nice Heisman bet.
There it
If
is.
he's not the favorite right
He's
now.
not even the favorite right now. That's the crazy thing. Michael Penis
We
is.
might need to put that in tonight.
I
Down
will.
Michael Penis, dude.
Yeah.
You won't see me
He's really
cheering
good,
for name
dude.
Michael Penis, dude.
He's really good, though.
Yeah, he's stud.
He's good.
Stud. There's a lot of good quarterbacks.
But it all matters about wins, though.
Mm-hmm.
And that's,
I think Daniels looked really good today for LSU.
yeah, dude.
I think that guy.
Woo!
I know that this game they are still scoring in this game, by the
Dude.
way. Ole Miss and LSU are still.
They
scoring.
just hit 90 points.
Ole Miss fans were just throwing trash on the field.
Holy
Ole Miss
cow.
throwing trash. Ole Miss fans are throwing trash on the field. I can't believe it.
Classic.
No, let's end the episode. Let's before we watch our last
Classic.
video because we have a new picks analyst that's working for us now. He sent us a video. Well, I'll show you. I'll show you
Okay,
in a minute.
let's see it.
Let's just hate on Ole Miss real quick though. Throwing trash on the field, really?
At your home stadium.
On
Yeah.
at your own
Shocker.
stadium, dude. Y'all are.
I'm shocked.
You have no class.
Yeah.
Obviously, you have no respect for the game.
I'm shocked.
It shows in the players that you recruit. It shows in the coaches you hire.
Yep. Shocked.
I mean, dude, if you want to learn
Let
some
me
class,
tell
you
you.
come on down to Starville. All right, Zach, dude, we got to check in. This is a new guy. I've been contacting him recently. This is our new pick specialist. And listen, dude, I'm just look before he comes in for his real debut.
Yeah.
I'm just showing y'all what he's capable of, right?
Okay.
Because this is a hit right here. He's going to tell you.
Let's check.
All right,
Let's see.
So this is our new draft analyst.
All right, look, pick Miami over Denver, Houston over Indiana, L.A. Chargers over Minnesota, New England over New York Jets, Buffalo over Washington, Seattle over Carolina. Man, I gotta hurry up and say this stuff so you can get it down, man. Tell me I'm rushing. I ain't rushing. Just listen. I need you to make this bet on FanDuel, and after you make it a parlay, put $1,500 on a parlay. We finna hit for like 20,000.
That hit.
Good Lord, dude. You have commissary for years.
I'm talking about that might be the top dog. setting
That's
up his
my
future.
top dog.
That's called investing in your future, boys.
Yeah, I can't even see myself picking up another top dog.
Yes. He's sitting in his monastery right now. He's going, I got a plan for the future.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit in my monastery. I'm going to meditate on these picks. And I'm going to call my homie up and be like, listen, bro, listen, for real, listen. You can tell the dude, whoever he's talking to on their line was like, bro, hold on, dude. I'm writing all this down. He's like,
up.
I ain't got time. The lines might change. We're making 20 grand a day.
Today.
Put the bet in right now. Hurry. Go to FanDuel.
He's put underdogs in and everything,
FanDuel
dude.
needs to get in contact. Because he said straight up, he's like, put it in on FanDuel.
I need you to make this bet on FanDuel. And after you make it a parlay, put $1,500 on a parlay.
Like,
Right
FanDuel
now.
needs to get in contact
Yeah,
with this guy.
that's a great ad.
It needs to be an ad.
That's a great ad.
Dude, that's fantastic. And we're giving you an ad right now because we are FanDuel users here, by the way.
Yeah.
FanDuel, come on, boys.
Yeah, sponsors.
Come on. Or MyBookie or
I mean, whatever.
whoever.
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 Bet
Give us-
360. I don't care who it is.
Yeah, we'll
we
just
want money.
just like for 50. I do it for like, I legit do. I'll say this. I'll email this. I'll email this FanDuel. FanDuel, if you just give us like $10 free play, $50 free play.
Yeah, please.
I
dude.
do an ad for you every week.
$25 free play.
I'm
That's all we
constantly
need.
using your service.
I
So
promise you, $25 free plays.
and I've given you money.
Plenty.
I've given you money, and I'm
A
giving you an
lot.
ad right now.
Way too much.
FanDuel. Please.
We have a bachelor trip next week too, so please.
Yeah,
give the
that'd be
dog-
sick,
give,
dude.
Give the
If we
dog
can
some
land
free
it.
play.
We can land it with FanDuel or MyBookie. Look, I'm gonna put FanDuel in the hot seat.
Ooh,
MyBookie,
anything.
anybody. If you
Anybody.
can get to us before FanDuel does, we'll make the ads for you.
Dude,
Just give us
somebody.
some free play. dude. Just give
DraftKings,
us
I
some
don't care
free
who it
play.
is.
Give us free play.
Yeah, we're not asking for much.
Give me. All right, dudes. That was a good cast. Boze, I appreciate you being here, brother.
Oh yeah, I love it.
And we'll be back here in a couple weeks.
See ya.